So we're in the year 2000. So the next chapter I'm going to say is Sonic the Comic, UK comic, where Fleetway Sonic returns once again. It's right after Sonic Shuffle, because this comic is from the year 2000. So we're still in the Dreamcast Sonic era. This is the stuff that was going on in between Sonic Shuffle and Sonic Adventure 2. All this storyline stuff with Fleetway Sonic between those two games in particular. In between Sonic Shuffle and Sonic Adventure 2 was all these comics and the important stuff, events that happened in the comics with the other characters. So the next chapter is Sonic the Comic UK. Takes place after, where you got Fleetway Sonic, or whatever his name you want to call him. He's really winning and really defeating them, and of course he will be defeated. Next chapter, Sonic the Comic, UK, where you got the Chaotix are still here, the year 2000. Still relevant, still important. Next chapter, we have this Archie Sonic comic, the year 2000, and I didn't read it in full, but I think it's where Sally Acorn betrays Sonic, and that's why it says Besieged on the cover. It makes sense that they would do something cool and interesting like this, because Sonic and Sally were always like this power couple, and it was amazing. But now they're trying to do different things, because a lot of stuff happened during the Sonic Adventure and Sonic Shuffle, where you could maybe argue Sonic was hanging out with Amy a little more than he did in the past, because Amy is in a lot of the cutscenes in Sonic Adventure 1, and she's with him in Sonic Shuffle, so, there's a lot of drama going on now with Sonic and his girlfriends. This is the era where Sonic hops around from chick to chick, and he keeps changing his girlfriends during this era. So after that Sonic comic in particular, we have this Archie Sonic comic where Sonic is fighting these robots in the woods, these badniks, and this is Enter Mina the Mongoose, which is what I say. I think this is when her character first appeared. She has purple hair and she's a mongoose, and she becomes Sonic's girlfriend at this time. Sonic, I think, runs into her and then rescues her and stuff like that. So that's what's really going on here, and he meets Mina the mongoose, I think, after Sally breaks up with him. So the next chapter is probably the saddest Sonic comic ever. It's the 10th anniversary of Sonic, so this is 2000, 2001, right? We're on the verge of Sonic Adventure 2. And here we have on the front cover where Sally tries to get back with Sonic again, and she is heartbroken to tears. Where now Sonic fully embraces he's with Mina the mongoose. So the relationship between Sonic and Sally has been soured. It is over for the two of them. How tragic. So Sonic is now with Mina the mongoose, and it's a very sad issue, but powerful and great for storyline stuff. It's not the end of Sonic and Sally, by the way. Sally still sticks around for a long time after this, and they get back together and all that stuff. But I thought it was really interesting that they did this at the time. Wave 13, the next chapter, Sonic Adventure 2, Sega Dreamcast, and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for the Nintendo GameCube. Classic, the greatest Sonic game of all time. Alright, so, next chapter after that is Archie's Sonic comic, which is the Sonic Adventure 2 comic adaptation from the game. Expands the story, all that good stuff. Amazing front cover, perfect. Next chapter we're now in 2001, Sonic the Comic UK, where Fang the Sniper returns once again after a couple of years. Interesting, right? Here we still have Fang the Sniper still relevant. He returns right after the events of Sonic Adventure 2. Yes, even in the early 2000s, they didn't forget about Fang. Very, very awesome. Alright, so the next chapter we have 2001, Sonic the Comic, where Fleetway Sonic returns once again. Yes, his revenge for like the third time now, I think. So the next chapter after that is this Archie Sonic comic that takes place in the year 2002, so it's after Sonic Adventure 2. And I always love this front cover. It says, "Say it ain't so, the return of the original Dr. Robotnik," and they're just in shock, and it's just amazing. And it's perfect for the year 2002. It's just amazing they did this, because everyone growing up back in the day were all confused how now all of a sudden his name is Eggman in Sonic Adventure 2, and this Sonic Archie comic is now, talking about that and referencing it and making it part of the Sonic storyline and stuff. Like, it made it confusing. It made it seem like, oh, well, is Eggman like this different character from Robotnik? But they're really the same character, but it's interesting. It's confusing. It's very cool. All the stuff with dimensions and all that kind of stuff. So the next chapter, 2002, we have Sonic Advance. The events of Sonic Advance, where I think there's a Metal Knuckles in that game. And yeah, it's just the events of Sonic Advance. It takes place after Sonic Adventure 2. Because Shadow is not here, because Shadow is dead. At least for now.